Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. We just finished up a 2-month stay in Taipei, Taiwan.
Yes.
Amazing place we highly recommend for everyone to visit. But in today's video, we want to share with you what we spent during our time there. We were there for 2 months, actually ended up being about 64 days, and this was April and May of 2025.
The first thing we always like to start with is the biggest expense, which is our accommodations. Now, we stayed in a very centrally located, ended up being a 2-bedroom, quite large apartment, really beautiful old building. We did a video on it if you want to check that out. It was an awesome apartment, and it just really put us in the middle of everything. So the total that we spent on this apartment was $3,496 for 64 days. So roughly $1,750 a month. For where we stayed, considering it was a 2-bedroom, really, I don't think that was all that bad. And we had great internet, and it was an awesome location.
It is one of the most expensive places that we've had so far in our travels.
Yeah.
So usually we are a little bit under that amount.
Yeah.
So this was a little bit more than usual, but it was perfectly fine.
Something strange happened to us while we were in this apartment, and actually we experienced our first earthquake. If you do some research on Taiwan, you'll see that earthquakes are not uncommon at all. And it was very, very minor. It was a strange little shake. It was one of those things where we kind of looked at each other funny and we're like, hey, did you feel that? And as soon as we felt it, by the time we felt it, it was over. And then we got alerts on our phones that there was an earthquake. And it was just kind of funny how it all happened, because we had just kind of sat down to have coffee. And I was thinking like we should probably evacuate the building, but I was grabbing my coffee because I just finished making coffee. So I was going to take it down with us, but it was over before we even realized it. And luckily we didn't. It was not a big deal, and we didn't experience any other tremors or earthquakes our entire time there.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Yeah.
So next up on our list is transportation. Get an easy card when you come to Taiwan, when you come to Taipei. They really do make it so easy.
Yeah.
You're looking at about 100 Taiwanese dollars for a regular easy card. That's like $3. You might spend up to 300 NTD for the card if you get like super cute ones, which we love it.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend to get a cute one.
It was fun to choose.
So you'll probably spend a little bit more, but it is just so easy. You're going to want to go around. You're going to want to visit other places. And the transportation is just extremely affordable and super efficient. So transportation here, for us, we just enjoyed it. And truly, we didn't spend that much. Now, another thing that Taipei has is high-speed rail. So my goodness, you can just go everywhere. So get the easy card. It is just one less thing to worry about in case you decide to go places and you need to use the transportation. For 2 months of both of us going all over the place, $80.
And we took day trips outside of the city. I mean, it's just it's phenomenal to be in a city like that with such great public transportation. $80 for 2 months. That's amazing. That's pretty crazy to think.
Yeah.
So next up on our list is groceries. We actually cook at home a lot. We like to control what's in our food, and we try to stay healthy, and we do cook a lot. We enjoy going out to eat, which we'll talk about that next, but we spent for the total 2 months $972, so just under $500 a month.
We did make a video on grocery shopping in Taipei for those that are curious as to what the grocery stores look like and prices and things like that, so feel free to check it out if you if you like that. But $972 for 2 months, a lot of cooking at home, not bad.
Not bad.
Next on our list, of course, is dining out. The food here was so incredible, so affordable. There's just so many places to go, so many different things you can have. So we really enjoyed going out to eat. So for 2 months, of going out, having the different things and repeating many things, we spent $555. So under $300 a month. And that's like us going out quite a bit.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to go out and just kind of guiltlessly, hey, I want to try that, or I want to have that, and not really worry about it because things are affordable. So the next thing on our list is cafes, and we love coffee, but we were in the land of bubble tea, so we enjoyed trying all the different types of bubble tea that we could try as well. So our total spend for 2 months for all the cafes, coffee, bubble tea, $143.
Yeah. And we don't really drink alcohol, so when we go out for a drink, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, we have a coffee or a
So,
bubble tea.
not
Yeah,
bad.
no.
Yeah. The next item on our list is our cell phones. So we used an eSIM here, and we are noticing that we are kind of going back and forth with two different providers. Mobi Matter is what we typically use, and they're great, and
Yeah.
we love using them. We also discovered another provider called Escape SIM. Um, Also very affordable, and for this area, and I'm not sure if we have to try it as we continue traveling to different areas, but here in Asia, I feel like this just worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
Good prices, great coverage. So we used Escape SIM this time. For the first month, we got a 10 gigabyte plan, and we always get a larger plan the first month because we're always lost. We're constantly looking for everything.
Translating
Right,
everything.
we don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So we feel like, okay, we rather have that extra amount of data so that we don't have to worry about using our phones all over the place.
Exactly.
Month number 2, we are already familiar with a lot of places. We don't need our phones as much. So we get a 5 gigabyte plan for the second month. So total for the 2 months that we were here, we spent $27 total for both of us on our phones.
On our eSIMs.
So very affordable. I mean, I think a lot of travelers can attest to this. I mean, once you leave, once you're outside of the United States, it just seems like things like this, especially such as a cell phone plan, just becomes so much more affordable.
Yeah. The next item on our list is entertainment. Under this category, we went to a baseball game, which was a really, really cool experience.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that we did is we went to an orchestra. We went to a woodwinds concert, which was an awesome cultural experience for us too.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to that, we went to Taipei 101 and went up to the top and everything. And in total for all of our entertainment and for those things for 2 months was $94 for both of us.
Yeah, so not bad at all. There's so many things that you can do, and just wandering the streets and going to the different sites and temples and things like that.
And
it's all free.
Yeah, and there's tons of museums too. Tons of museums. In fact, we tried to go to a museum one day. It was an epic fail on our part. We got ready, we took public transit, we went out to the museum. We took a bus, and then the bus didn't go the way we thought, and we ended up having to walk back to a train station. And before we got on the train to go to the museum, we looked and we're like, oh, the museum's closed.
It was
today.
a Monday. The museum was closed on Mondays.
Closed. So always check and make sure that it's that if you're going to go to a museum, that it's open the day that you're trying to go, because So it was an epic fail on our part.
Tons of things to do. These were the things that we did that we spent money on, and it was not bad.
Not bad at all, no.
The next item on our list is personal care. So we got very lucky because our Airbnb, our host, provided us with pretty much everything we needed. There was lotion, shampoo, conditioner, toilet paper, face wash. So we ended up just buying a few cosmetics. We discovered a little cosmetics store. Mm-hmm. Also, our protein powder and our creatine powder that we take pretty much every day. We had to go and look for those things, and so things can add up a little bit. But overall, we had fun here, especially with the skincare, because now you're entering, part of Asia where skincare is like a big thing. So we had a little fun here. We spent $230 for our entire 2-month stay.
Yeah, we're good with not too bad at all, no. The next item on our list is healthcare. And during our time in Taipei, it was time for us to get dental checkups and cleanings. We do keep up with a 6-month routine. We have a pretty strict home routine, and we water pick and floss and brush, and we make sure to take care of our oral hygiene really well. But we do try to make sure to go every 6 months wherever we are and get checkups and cleanings, just to make sure that there's not a loose filling or something going on like that. So this one was a little bit higher than we're used to paying, especially compared to other places where we've traveled and had this done. But we paid $184 for both of us to have checkups and cleanings. I think a large part of that was this 360-degree X-ray that they did.
Right.
I guess we could have opted out of that, but that X-ray is one of these things that I felt like, well, $184 is what we would have paid per person
Probably.
in the US for
I
a
don't.
regular checkup
It
and
might even
cleaning.
be more.
And
Yeah.
there's no way we would have gotten an X-ray like that. So
Yeah.
I feel like for that price for both of us is not too
We're
bad.
perfectly fine with it. Of course, we have paid less in other places for our dental cleanings, but overall, we're very happy with this.
Yeah, not bad.
Mhm. The next item on our list is our gym. So every place we get to, and we're there for a long time, we always try to get a gym membership. We are pretty strict with this. This is just something we really want to prioritize in our lives. So we were really fortunate that our apartment was about a block away from the community center.
Yeah.
And the community center had this amazing gym. It just had everything you could possibly need.
It was awesome.
Very, very affordable. We had to pay only 50 Taiwanese dollars per session. And the sessions were a maximum of 70 minutes, which is fine.
Yeah.
So every time we would go in, for both of us, it would be about $3 total each time we would go in. And we go about 3 times a week. So in our entire 2-month stay, we spent a total for both of us $80 at the gym, which that's a great deal. And really, this gym had everything.
Yeah, $20 a month to go to the gym is really, really affordable.
Yeah,
per
very
person.
good.
Yeah.
The next item on our list is shopping. So when we first started traveling, we were kind of strict about making sure we're not, that we had everything we needed and try not to shop anywhere. But as time has gone by, we are realizing, of course, that we are, going through our shirts and pants and socks. So we are kind of getting a little bit more flexible, more loose, I guess, and buying things that we feel we need and replacing items more easily than we were before. So we're starting to shop a little bit. Also, during our time that we were there in May, it was Nick's birthday, so we ended up buying a coffee grinder. As a lot of you know, and we have mentioned this several times, we are coffee lovers, and so we wanted to have a coffee grinder so that Nick can grind and have like freshly ground coffee at home.
Got a nice manual coffee grinder. I found that there have been so many opportunities either at grocery stores or at roasters in these towns, in these cities that we visit. Depending on how I want to prepare the coffee, it's got to be a different type of grind. And there's just something about having fresh ground beans every single morning, fresh ground. That's just really, really tasty. So I've been wanting one to travel with.
It's been a bit of a game changer for us having the grinder. So we're really happy with this purchase. And again, we're buying things as if we feel we really want them or need them as we're traveling.
I feel like our cafes budget for our next city is probably going to go down a little bit because now I kicked it up a notch at home.
So we did some shopping, and among other things that we bought, we spent $115 in our 2 months that we were here. So,
big shoppers.
Big spenders.
Yeah. Next up on the list is the miscellaneous category. And every city that we visit so far, I've been getting a tattoo. And I found an awesome artist. And I had been talking to him for maybe a month or two prior to us even visiting Taipei. Extremely talented, super nice guy. He had so many different designs available. So went into the shop and talked to him, and he was super cool, awesome to work with. And my tattoo was $156, which for the caliber, the quality of tattoo, find that to be a really, really good value. Our total spend for miscellaneous was $189.
Yeah.
$156 of that being the tattoo.
Right. One thing about the miscellaneous, for those of you that want to slow travel like this, is that every place that when you arrive at a place, you're going to see that you're going to want different things. So like your Airbnb is going to be equipped for the most part, but then maybe it doesn't have a wooden spoon, or maybe you want a spatula to flip eggs. I don't know. Maybe you need a better kitchen towel. So we don't mind this at all. When we get to a place, we'll see if we need these kind of things, and we'll go and buy them.
We kind of expect our stays are longer. And, if we stay somewhere for 2 or 3 months, we kind of expect to have to spend $50. And we don't even mind if we have to spend up to $100 for the for just the comfort. So
Yeah.
I know here we went to Daiso and we bought a pan so that I could make eggs.
A little pan, yeah.
And we bought a spatula so that I could
Mhm,
flip those eggs.
mhm.
So I know offhand, off the top of my head, those were specific things. We bought
Yeah.
coasters. They didn't have coasters. We wanted to use coasters for our cups on the
Really,
table.
it's just whatever we feel that we need just to make things more comfortable, feel, feel more homey
home.
in our place. So this is also where our miscellaneous costs go. We do not mind this at all. It is what it is.
It's just part of it.
It truly doesn't really add up too much.
No.
Nothing that would break the bank. So we don't mind.
No, not bad at all.
The last category for this particular stay was laundry. So this apartment that we got did not have a washing machine inside the apartment.
Yeah,
pretty much everywhere we've gone, we've had access to a washing machine for the most part inside our apartment.
Kind of bummed about it at first. We're like, oh, we're gonna have to go to the laundry room now. Yeah. But as it turns out, the laundry room was right behind our living room. We had to just walk out of our living room or walk out of our apartment and go next door to do laundry. Yeah. And it was awesome because it was a washer and a dryer, not a combination machine. So this was the first time in a while that we've had a separate dryer, and man, that was super nice. It was super nice to have. Usually, if we have a washing machine, it's just a washing machine inside our place. This one, we kind of didn't mind not having it in the unit just because of how close it was to our apartment. And even though we had to pay for it, we just loved that we had a washer and a dryer. It worked perfectly fine. Our clothes were fine, so it was worth it for us. Yeah. We spent $23 in laundry for the 2 months that we were there. And that's, we do laundry about maybe twice a week. And sometimes we'll have a third in there. Twice a week or a third. Yeah. One kind of cool thing about this apartment too, is that we did not have to launder our towels or the sheets, because they did come in and switch those out. Since we were staying there a long time, they would come in and switch those out for us. So we had extra towels and it was just really nice. We didn't have to worry about that. So it was basically just our clothes. Yeah. All right. So the grand total for 64 days, this was our most expensive Airbnb, and that's the most expensive cost. Our grand total was $6,188. Now that comes to $3,094 per month. So not really too bad, considering that more than half of that, when you think about our Airbnb price, was spent on the accommodations itself. Yeah. We are not necessarily budget travelers. We are not trying to stick to a particular budget. We're just trying to live our lives in every place that we go to, but we have found that most places are so affordable, and to be at $3,000 a month, to live in places, have a normal life, and enjoy as a tourist. Yeah. It's really wonderful for us. It almost feels like when one category is high, you make up for it in some categories, you spend a little more in other categories, and we are just kind of finding that just living our lives comfortably is been very affordable for us. And I also feel that a lot of people believe that when you travel for a long time, or like us, that we're staying in places for months at a time, that's going to be so expensive, right? Because we compare what a 1 week vacation to a particular place cost us, and we think that it's that much more when you stay for 2 months, and it's really the opposite. Yeah. The longer you stay, the more you'll save. I mean, this is amazing. And one thing you got to remember about our Airbnbs, when we rent them, everything is done and connected, and then when we're done, we just leave. Yeah. And so we don't have any of those other expenses to think about. We really hope you enjoyed this video, and it gives you an idea of what it costs to slow travel in Taipei. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to our channel for more of our travel adventures, and slow travel with us. Bye. Bye.